Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Scorned Golden Bachelor Mel Owens must pay nearly $1 million to his ex. He has faced criticism from fans and viewers for age discrimination. As a result, his future with the show remains uncertain. So, why does he need to pay up? Keep reading for more information. Jerry Turner appeared on the first season of The Golden Bachelor, but the show ended poorly. Although he proposed to Teresa Niss near the end of their tour, their marriage only lasted a few months. When The Golden Bachelorette premiered, people feared Joan Vassos would meet the same fate. She appears to be extremely happy, and fans have chosen some men from her season to follow in Jerry's footsteps. However, when casting began, many of the top males were already spoken for. Enter Mel Owens, a former NFL player and lawyer who was cast in Season 2. There were questions about whether he was the proper option, but the show had to go on. Unfortunately for Mel, he spoke inappropriately, which irritated others. He declared that when he reaches the age of 66, he will not date anyone older than 60. That has led to speculation that he may be fired, but it has also been revealed that he owes his ex about $1 million. Mel and Fabiana Owens, 46, were married for nearly 20 years before splitting in 2020. Their divorce was finalized in 2024 after a lengthy battle. Mel's tight age requirement for The Golden Bachelor makes sense given that she is only 46 years old. However, it does not help the show, the title, or the viewers understand how shallow he is. Fabiana declined Mel's financial assistance. However, he was forced to pay $980,000 to his ex, with whom he had 2 children. This was to be paid on or before February 28, 2025. What was the reason for the large sum if Mel Owens was not paying alimony to Fabiana Owens? Apparently, The Golden Bachelor must pay over $1 million in back child and spousal support. This figure also accounted for the partition of property and assets. The tough element was determining how much the pair claimed to make. Despite being a lawyer, Mel indicated that his monthly income was $1,000. However, Fabiana supposedly earned approximately $7,000 every month. As a result, she was in a far better financial situation than he was, which is perhaps why he joined a reality television show. The obligation appears to have been paid, but Fabiana will most certainly let him know if he still owes anything. Do you hope The Golden Bachelor gets replaced, or do you want to follow Mel Owens' journey? Furthermore, can you believe how much he owed his ex, and can you believe he barely earned $1,000 each month? Please share your ideas in the comments below. Mel Owens had envisioned a different chapter in his life when he agreed to become the next star of The Golden Bachelor. For the 66-year-old former NFL linebacker turned attorney, the show was meant to be a celebration of a second chance, an opportunity to redefine love and aging in front of millions. But by mid-2025, that golden opportunity had morphed into a storm of controversy, debt, and public disdain. The trouble began even before the cameras started rolling. Mel, ever confident and perhaps too accustomed to controlling the narrative as a lawyer, made a now infamous appearance on the In the Trenches podcast. There, he outlined what he saw as his non-negotiables for the women who'd be vying for his heart. "I don't date anyone over 60, he said plainly, leaning into the microphone with the certainty of someone who believed he was merely stating a preference, not igniting a firestorm. "At my age, I want someone with energy, someone youthful." That's just reality. Viewers did not take kindly to his remarks. Twitter and Reddit erupted almost instantly, with fans accusing him of being ageist and shallow. What particularly stung was the hypocrisy. Here was a man promoting a show called The Golden Bachelor, turning away from the very demographic it was meant to uplift. And worse, those comments painted his casting as opportunistic rather than romantic. Why would a man who only dated women up to age 60 agree to appear on a show known for featuring women in their 60s and 70s? The answer, many suspected, had more to do with financial woes than heartfelt intentions. That suspicion wasn't unfounded. Just weeks after Mel's remarks went viral, court documents leaked online detailing the final terms of his protracted divorce from Fabiana Owens, his wife of nearly 2 decades. The two had split in 2020 but didn't finalize their divorce until 2024, a 4-year ordeal filled with forensic accountants, asset audits, and endless bickering over child and spousal support. The court ruled in favor of Fabiana, ordering Mel to pay her $980,000 by February 28, 2025. Though Fabiana had initially declined traditional alimony, the settlement encompassed unpaid support, legal fees, and the partitioning of shared property, including a house in Pasadena and investments tied up in Mel's post-NFL ventures. When questioned about the nearly $1 million payment, Mel's team argued that it wasn't a reflection of his current wealth. Despite having once signed multi-million-dollar NFL contracts and later transitioning into a respectable legal career, Mel now claimed his monthly income barely exceeded $1,000. It was an assertion that caused both confusion and disbelief. Fabiana, meanwhile, reported a $7,000 monthly income as a successful interior designer and lifestyle blogger. She lived comfortably in a sleek Brentwood home, drove a fully paid-off Tesla Model S, and maintained a popular Instagram account filled with brand sponsorships and high-end decor tips. So how had Mel, who had once owned a boutique legal firm specializing in sports litigation, ended up in such dire financial straits? Friends close to the couple cited bad investments, failed partnerships, and an increasingly reckless post-divorce lifestyle. After the split, Mel tried to reinvent himself as a celebrity lawyer and sports pundit, dabbling in influencer culture and podcast appearances. But none of it stuck. By 2023, he had closed his legal practice, claiming it was time to move on to the next thing. That next thing, as it turned out, was the Golden Bachelor. For producers at ABC, the decision to cast Mel was initially strategic. Season 1 had been both a ratings and cultural success despite the quick unraveling of Jerry Turner and Teresa Nist's marriage. Fans had adored Jerry's gentleness and sincerity, even if the ending left them disillusioned. When The Golden Bachelorette launched with Joan Vassos at the helm, the franchise saw a renewed spark. But behind the scenes, casting male contestants for older leads was proving harder than expected. Many of the most charismatic, eligible senior bachelors from Season 1 were now in serious relationships, or uninterested in returning to the spotlight. The network needed someone dynamic, well-spoken, and recognizable. Enter Mel. Mel brought name recognition, professional success, and a commanding presence. But his casting was a gamble, especially as his divorce settlement loomed. We thought it might actually help his image, one unnamed producer admitted in a now-deleted blog post. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.